everyone, and welcome to another monthly not unboxing video, I'm talking about update video. I don't do unboxing videos, although if you would like me to do unboxing videos, I'll leave a comment because, well, I'll try. I'm usually too eager to just kind of open things up and get to them, but, I mean, I'll definitely try, if that's something you're interested in, guys. But thank you as well for fantastic just response I've had to these videos. I have over 300 subscribers now, which is just absolutely huge. I'm thinking of doing like a question and answer series or video, I think, in celebration. I might also do a giveaway, so yeah, definitely leave a comment if you're interested in that. Just tell me your opinion, because I don't really know what I'm doing, so I really do appreciate your feedback, and just I'm so grateful, guys. I've never expected to have anywhere near that amount of subscribers. It's really, really kind of you. But I'm gonna just kind of make this short because there's a lot to get through. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just gonna try to go as quickly as I can. Hopefully I'll get through everything in under 20 minutes, but I can't promise anything. I'm so sorry, guys. But I'm just going to start. There's 4 figures here, 2 of which are scales. First one is the 1/8 quarter. You can see the picture there. That's the clear file that came with her. Her box is here, and the young idol herself is here. She's 1/8. She's actually an exclusive, so she's more expensive than a general 1/8 is, but she's absolutely beautiful. Kotori is my favourite Love Live girl, so I spared no expense. I had to get her. Yeah, so really, really, really love her, although she was quite pricey for what she is. And her base you can actually make shorter, so she doesn't have to be on such a high stand there. But it's not too bad. Next is actually Rin Matsuoka from Free by Altair. He's 1/8 as well, as I mentioned. Some people were complaining about the sculpt job or gaps or paintwork or something, I can't remember. I seem to have gotten a very, very, very good one. I have no real defects that I could spot, and overall he's just very, very lovely. I know that the people haven't quite been too happy with him, but I have, so that's all that really matters to me. Yes. I really hope they do the other characters, Rei and Nagisa, but I'm not really holding out hope either. Either way, I have 3, well, actually my 3 favourite characters, so I can't really complain, but I do love them all, so, I mean, the heart wants what it wants, but of course Japan decides what makes money and what doesn't. Next is a Figma. I don't really buy Figma generally. I don't really like action figures, as it were, posable things, but this is one set of Figma that I don't actually mind the exposed joints and things, and that is Attack on Titan. I think they're done very, very well. They've got a lot of extras and little accessories, and as you can see, it's Eren. I actually bought this second hand from a local collector. He doesn't have a stand on, so I'm not going to put him down because he doesn't stand at the moment. But yes, the third out of the 3 trio that I need, I already have Armin and Mikasa. So yeah, probably the only 3 Figma I will ever own, but they are very good for what they are, even though I'm not a huge fan of the small size of them and the kind of posability. Although for Shingeki it kind of makes sense, so I'm willing for that. It looks alright, it's not too bad. And finally is an Android. It's one I actually pre-ordered back in January. It didn't come in until September. Yep. And that is the Bloomed in Japan Sakura Miku. Very cute, very pink. I love the braids, absolutely adorable. First Nendo that was actually made in the Japanese factory, and she came out absolutely perfect. I love her, absolutely adorable, but the aftermarket for her is very high, so if you want her, it is going to be kind of a, a struggle to find a decently priced one. But very, very cute. I really, really like her. She's probably one of my favorite Mikus that I have. This year's Winter Miku is probably my second, and I'm really looking forward to the Harvest Moon Miku, which comes out this month. Hopefully I will get her soon because I have her pre-ordered, so lucky me. Next is actually neither manga or anime or a figure, but it is related to that, and it is the CD and DVD of the Music Best of Shirokuma Cafe. This is the limited edition, which comes with the DVD, which has all the openings and endings in animation, as well as just the music. Yeah, I love the series. Watch it on Crunchyroll if you haven't seen it. It is so good. I love it. It's very, very good. Next, I'm gonna do anime, just because there's a bit less than manga. There's a lot of manga, so I'm gonna do that last. First is actually not the anime itself, but the box that it came in, and that is Monster by Siren Visual. I had the 5 parts already. This is the Australian release, but the box was extra because yeah, it didn't come with anything. It's not chipboard, as you can see. It's just like a fold your own. It was expensive considering that, but yeah, it's alright. I am just a sucker. I like things in boxes, so when I have the opportunity, I got it. Very good series. Think about importing importing the show if you don't already have it. Viz isn't going to release the rest of it. Siren Visual is the only, or Australia, and in extension, Siren Visual is the only English release that's been completed in full. It has the dub, it has subtitles, and I know, especially for you guys in the US, region-free DVD Blu-ray players are not that expensive, like less than $40 or $50. Just invest. It'll save you a lot of money in the long run, especially if you want some overseas series like Monster, Kaiba, Tatami Galaxy, that sort of thing, because they do have legal releases in other countries, other English-speaking countries like the UK and Australia. But, so just an idea, but you know, to each their own. Next is a Korean release. It has subtitles and it's on Blu-ray, so I got it once I realized that it actually existed, and that is Galaxy Express 39, both films. Now, this is Galaxy Express 39 and then Adieu Galaxy Express 39. It's in Japanese and Korean. I obviously watched it in Japanese, but it has English subtitles as well. You can see here, if it would focus. Yeah, subtitle, Korean, English, and Japanese. So, yeah, it was actually quite cheap for what it was. Ugh. And it's still available off some websites. Here's the first film, and here's the second. I've only seen the first film, so I'm hoping to watch the second one soon. Classic sci-fi, I think everyone knows that. Late 70s, early 80s, and just very, very good. If you're a fan of Leiji Matsumoto's work anyway, definitely pick this up because the Blu-ray transfer is quite beautiful. It's just above and beyond what you can get on the old DVDs nowadays. So yes, very, very nice little slipbox release. Next is another import, but it's actually a Japanese release rather than a Korean one, and that is the Steins Gate film. The limited edition was on sale, I think it actually still is, for about 3,500 yen, plus or minus some tax. And that is just full digipack. Comes with soundtracks or drama CDs and all different things, but it is DVD sized, and for me, I'd rather just have the simple Blu-ray sized case that can just slip right next to the actual series box that I have of the American release of the show, and it just looks perfect. I don't really need a dub for this show. I never watched it. I watched this in Japanese as it came out, and I'm just partial to the Japanese seiyuu, with which I generally am nowadays with most series, but the dub I heard is, some people love it, some people don't. I think it is kind of one of the more liked dubs of recent years, but I kind of got tired of waiting for Funimation to release the series, so I just did the rational thing, I guess, because it was quite cheap. It's a similar price, about 3,200 yen, which is roughly about $30. Well, it's actually closer to 40 in Australian, but that's neither here nor there. And this has English subtitles, if you were wondering. So if you didn't want to wait, it's definitely something to think about. Next is a UK release, and it's basically the exact same thing as the Australian release. No problem. And that is Attack on Titan Part 2 of the first season, obviously. It was cheaper on Zavi, which is a UK website, than it is locally in Australia, so I just bought this one. Spines don't really match up, but it's going to be in this box anyway. So yeah, complete series of Attack on Titan. I know it says Collection 1, but we're not going to question that. That's just Madman being a bit overzealous with their labeling, I guess. The next three are all films. First is Grave of the Fireflies by Isao Takahata. Yeah, classic movie. I think everyone knows Grave of the Fireflies, doesn't need any introduction. The next is The Wind Rises by Hayao Miyazaki, which is his last film, I believe. Not the studio's last film, but definitely his last film, as he has claimed many, many times, but I think this is the actual last one. Haven't watched this one yet, but I plan to. I've just had some other things to get through first. But yeah, two Ghibli films which I needed to kind of complete my Ghibli collection. It's not nearly as finished as I'd like it to be, but yeah, I've got another Ghibli film coming next month, and that one I'm really looking forward to because I have actually seen it before, and probably one of my favorite of the newer movies. Next is the third Madoka Magica film, the collector's edition, which comes with a book, this little slipcase, and the film itself. I don't actually keep it with this or this. I just have it on the shelf like this because the other two movies came in a chipboard box, and then this one doesn't look as great, so I have none of them in their collector's packaging, as it were. I just have the three on the shelf. Spines out. They don't quite match up, but they're good enough. Very good movie. I know that some people really didn't like it because of the controversial ending, but I mean, it's Shaft. What were you expecting? Honestly, guys. Beautiful movie. Saw this in cinemas when it first came out. So yes, very much one of the more just visually amazing series, or yeah, series and movies that has come out recently. If you're a Madoka fan, you probably already own this, or I've seen it at least. Yeah, just, you know, typical. And now my Madoka collection is complete. I don't buy the manga or anything for it, so that's all I need. That's all I need. Lastly is actually a DVD series, and it's actually a rebuy, and I generally double dip for things if there's a Blu-ray coming out. But this, I had the, what's the word? The Anime Classics version of it, and this is just one of my favorite shows, so I thought rather than have that, I know it takes up less shelf space, but the collector in me wanted a really, really nice release, and that is Last Exile. The original series is the Geneon box set. Has 7 discs in there, and just, oh, it's so beautiful. Look at that artwork. Just amazing. Actually, I know what I'll do. Oh, I love this series to bits. It's one of my all-time favorite. Not a huge fan of FAM, the second season, but the first is just a classic, an absolute classic. Oh, Last Exile. So yes, very, very happy. I actually got this yesterday. I ordered it a couple months ago now, but I didn't actually ship it until recently, and got it just in the nick of time to be in this video. So lucky Last Exile. Next is manga. There's a lot. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'll try to go through it quickly. First is a rebuy of a series that I was getting in the Australian releases, but then the publisher went out of business. Don't you hate that? So I'm getting the Viz releases now. I'm slowly rebuying what I had, and hopefully the stuff in the future as well. And that is Volume 1 and 2 of After School Charisma. Great series. Check it out. It's seinen. It's very interesting. Gets a bit complicated and convoluted later on, but it starts very, very strong, in my opinion, at least, I think. Next is the next 3 volumes of Gangsta 4, 5, and 6. Volume 7 hasn't been released in English yet, so just waiting for that one. It has come off of hiatus, so looking forward to reading more because excuse me. Gangsta is very, very good. Next is Volume 6 of Black Lagoon. Yep, 4 more volumes after this until I'm caught up, as it were. Yeah, beginning of Roberta's Blood Trail stuff, so kind of know what you're expecting with that. Next is Volume 10 of Ooku by Fumi Yoshinaga. This volume killed me because my 2 favorite characters died. I'm so upset. I am so upset, but Fumi Yoshinaga just does that to me. Fantastic series. Definitely check it out. It's a little hard to get into, especially with the old-timey language that they use, but after a while you get used to it, really. Yeah, fantastic series. I highly recommend any of Fumi Yoshinaga's work, especially Flower of Life, Antique Bakery, and this, just because they aren't BL titles. I know not everybody is a huge fan of that, but even her BL titles are above and beyond the expected typical BL stuff. But yes, check out her work. Fantastic. Fantastic. I love it so much. Next is a series that I have read for a very long time. Before I even started buying manga, when I was still a filthy little pirate, as it were, I read the scans online. Yeah, it's one of those series that I just absolutely loved. I never thought it would get a license. I don't know why I thought that, but because it is such a good series. I'm just going to move this for a second. But just, if you're looking for a good romantic comedy series that has very, very likable characters. All of the characters very likable, and is actually funny. Definitely pick this up. And it's a volume 1 of Horimiya. Similar to One Punch Man, it started as a web comic and has now gotten a manga. Hiro did the story and the web comic, and Daisuke Hagiwara is the artist. Oh, it is so good. I love Horimiya so much. It's so good. Everyone just please buy it. It's from Yen Press. So, yes, just, looking forward to the next volume so much, even though I've read it. It's something I needed to own. That sounds really weird, but it is. It's something I needed to own. It's one of my absolute favorites, especially in the romance genre of manga. Next is Kiss Him Not Me by Junko, who is actually mainly a BL artist, similar to Fumi Yoshinaga. Got her start in BL, but now is doing non-BL stuff. And similarly to Fumi Yoshinaga, because of that, she does have a very fujoshi kind of sense of humor. But this is very funny. It does have a gimmick that I'm not a huge fan of, but I think it's handled very well in this. Reverse harem, as you can see, her artwork is absolutely, I love it. I love the style of her work. Yes, definitely try it. It's very funny. It's making fun of the whole fujoshi culture as well. It's not saying it's bad, but it's not saying it's good either. I think it has a very interesting story, and secretly I'm totally rooting for Senpai here. He's my favorite, but I don't know if he's going to win. In these sorts of things, does anyone really win? Or is it just painful for everyone? Anyway, next is the most recent volume of Noragami, volume 7. The actual, well, I don't know, opening up new storylines, and I'm very excited to read the next volume. I don't have to wait too long because now they're coming out monthly, and I am going to be crying because my wallet is going to be empty, but I love this series so much. And apparently a lot of other people do, because it is on the New York Times bestseller list a lot, and I'm very, very happy about that. Great series, pick it up if you haven't. Next is a bunch of omnibuses. So, well, I don't know the plural of that word. First is the Visbig 3-in-1 of Vagabond, Volume 1. Yep, I've been wanting to get this for a while. Finally did. I found this volume for less than $20, which is a very good deal. Yes. I like it. I don't know if I love it yet, but it's certainly very good, and I will probably be reading more. I most certainly will be reading more, just to see what happens next. Volume 4 of Monster. I have 2 more until I'm caught up, and then there's 3 after that. Yeah. So, kind of almost there. Really, almost halfway through. Yeah, great series. I don't think I need to explain any more of that. Next is the 3rd volume of Part 1 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the last volume of Phantom Blood. Yeah, Battle Tendency is coming out this month, or this coming month. So, yes, I'm caught up for at least a little while now, until those volumes start coming out. And finally is a series that I've wanted for a long time, but never really got around to it, until recently, obviously. And that is Vinland Saga. I got book 1, book 2, book 3, so the first 3, and then book 6, which is the most recent. They are looking at sales of books 6 and 7, so I wanted to kind of show my support whilst I still could, trying to prevent them from, stop printing them. So hopefully my small contribution Will Help, done by the mangaka who did Planetes, which is also getting omnibus releases next year, I think early next year, which I'm very excited for because Planetes is one of my favourite. I've only read the first volume of this, and yeah, very good. I'm definitely looking forward to more. And once I finish the third, I'll just get the fourth and fifth then. And then I can read the sixth, obviously. But yeah, it's been a very big month, especially manga-wise. I mean, look at all this stuff. There's so much stuff. There's just stacks of it everywhere. I haven't put anything away since getting it, so I've just had a whole pile of manga just sitting around. But, yeah, new month. It's very end of October today, so end it's a Saturday, so no mail today. This is everything I got this month. Next month, I can't promise anything because I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm getting at least, I think I've got manga or not. No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know, guys. I keep track of this stuff, but once I'm doing the video, I can never remember. I've got figures. I've got figures coming up every month for the next couple months. So that's definitely something that I know is coming, unless there's more delays, but I don't think so. At least not from my October order. And I want to say, I feel like there's anime, well there is, there's at least one Ghibli movie coming, so yes, yeah, that's everything, guys. It's a big month, I know, and it's it's 27 minutes now, so yes, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, it's just been so great, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't know when that'll be, but I'll see you then.